Coming to you from the North Jersey Vinyl Sanctuary, where I'd like to talk about my new additions. I pre-ordered this the minute I found out about it a couple months ago. Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes, live at the Greek. This is from 1999 when they got together and did a small tour. I was lucky enough to see this at the Roseland in New York City. And just what a fantastic combination. It's a 6 LP box set. The fantastic combination is Page and the Black Crowes. If you like rock and roll, you really should be familiar with this recording. It previously existed as a 3-record set on CD, and I'm sure it's streaming on all your services, but this is brand new. 6 LPs, stuff that didn't make it on the first 3 LP, and there's about 1 LP worth of rehearsal. So, mandatory, a little pricey, but under 200. So, next up, Bobby Marin. He is an old school New York Latin producer, composer, and arranger. Behind the scenes for some of the best boogaloo and salsa of the 60s and 70s. This is on Vampisoul Records. I was sort of familiar with who he was, but the reason I bought it was because it's on Vampisoul, a label out of Spain, started in 2002. They're a reissue label, and they specialize in 60s R&B, funk, Harlem boogaloo, groovy Peruvian music. There's a Latin bent to a lot of what they do. And so this is a 2 LP set, and it's 24 boogaloo, Latin funk, and Latin rock bombs. Well worth it. Check it out online. So bad it's good. Baldwin organ with bongos, so it's Latin percussion with the Baldwin organ. Anybody remember walking through the malls in the 70s and the 80s, and there would be a store selling these organs that had the rhythm section, and you can play different, like there was a whole band in the organ. This is a lot of fun, and these records are never very expensive. Tarja Ripdahl is a guitar player, and if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, please let me know. I think that's the pronunciation. He's a Norwegian guitar player. He's been at it since the late 60s. He's an ECM artist, so if anybody is familiar with the ECM label, it's a jazz label, and very cool cerebral sound. Keith Jarrett was on it, John Abercrombie. Anyway, he was by far one of the most distorted and progressive guitar players on the ECM roster. And this came out recently. This is 2024, and it's with Catching Fire. I'm just learning about this group. Catching Fire is a free prog rock power trio. You got all that? So the combination, and their bass, drums, and organ, and the combination of these guys with Tarja Ripdahl playing is progressive psychedelic jazz fusion at its best, and I don't even know how many records I have that fit all of those categories, but this is a dense listen, and it took me a couple listens to really wrap my head around this record. Well worth the investment of time. Los Bell Kings. This is a South American instrumental group. They do surf, garage, and with some extra flavor. It's kind of like Joe Meek production, or something you would find in the lounge section. There's this surf, garagey surf instrumental stuff. All of a sudden, like an electronic whoosh or some weird orchestration. It's like a surf record plus. Very interesting. Check it out on YouTube. I got this from Forced Exposure, and I've mentioned them before. You should go to Forced Exposure and put in your email address so you get added to their mailing list. It's huge. You'll get it once a month, and there are all sorts of interesting records. I didn't know who these guys were, but now I do. And under the category of I'm glad I bought it now, I'm really going to be glad when December rolls around. Santa Claus Blues don't have this. This is on Jazz, not Jazz, Jazz, J-A-S-S, old-timey jazz label. This has Louis Armstrong, Louis Prima, Lionel Hampton, Jack Teagarden, Count Basie. I can go on, you get the point. Wonderful addition to my Christmas collection. And finally, 2 more volumes of Jerk Boom Bam. You know, I'm really into compilations, and some of them are more rockabilly tinged, some of them are more R&B, screaming rock and roll, like Little Richard stuff from the 50s. This collection definitely leans more towards soul, and they even bill it as greasy rhythm and blues and nasty soul party. Well, it is, And with the addition of volume 7 and volume 10, I now have 9 of these. I think I'm waiting for volume 3, which is not even available on Discogs. So I added my name to the want list. Highly recommended for any party you're throwing. Go on YouTube, pull up one of these and see what they sound like. And if you wind up ordering them on Discogs, I bet you could find one for under 20 bucks. That's it. Thank you.